What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and in this video I'm going to be telling you guys the story of how I almost got my face torn off at a Boy Scout camp out. Yeah, that's right, I nearly got my face torn off by a face hugger themselves, one of those creepy things from uh, Half-Life, I think? I don't remember. Maybe like Half-Life or Aliens, I can't remember right now off the top of my head. But yeah, pretty interesting story. If you guys do go on to enjoy it, please hit the like button down below. Subscribe, hit those notifications so that I know that you guys can see any video that I upload. Subscribe, hit that notification bell, and like the video so I know to make more of these kinds in the future. Anyway, that's going to do it, and we're going to get right into it, guys. So when I was a kid, I used to do Boy Scouts. You guys probably know what it is. It's that like camping thing. It's not like it was pretty fun actually. It was basically you just got to go out in the woods and hang out with your friends for a while. Just like kind of vibe. Really like not much parental supervision. So it was like a bunch of teenagers just like chilling out in the woods by themselves. It was mostly self-direction. It was really fun. But yeah, one of my first ever campouts, like trips out there, I decided to tent with one of my best friends. I'm gonna call him let's call him I don't know. What's a good name for him? We're gonna call him Ben. Yeah, we're gonna call him Ben, the funny talking dog guy. Yeah. So I've been friends with Ben for a while, and me and him decided that we're gonna tent together because he owns like a pretty cool tent. I didn't really own one, so I was like, yeah, I'll hang out with you, man. And me and him set up this tent. It was one of those teepee style ones, like one of those ones, the one that SpongeBob used in that one episode. That's the one that we had. It was a pretty cool tent, not gonna lie, honestly, pretty swag, nice house. Um, but yeah, it was pretty annoying to set up actually. We had to get another person to come help us out, and like they didn't even know what to do. They had to like call an adult over. It was so awkward, but yeah, it was a pretty annoying thing to set up, but it was a pretty cool tent overall. And I don't really know why so many people like that tent. But like we had a good like 20 people in that tent that night at one point, and eventually near the end of the night it dialed down to like four of us. And me and Ben are just chilling in bed in like bed. I have my like sleeping bag hanging one way. He's got his hanging another way. No homo. And we got two other people in the tent with us. They're chilling, vibing. One of them's actually hanging out the back. I think he was just like trying to get air in there because it was a pretty hot night. And the other guy was just kind of chilling next to me. And we're all talking, just having a good time. And at one point we hear like thudding outside. And keep in mind, like at this point, it was like maybe like 10:30ish. So it was pretty late, especially for like a summertime. It was pretty dark out at that point. So like we were kind of confused because most kids had gone to bed at that point because like it was we had just gone like on a hike, so a lot of people were still tired from that. And it was weird. Like we just heard a lot of thudding, and at first, like someone goes, "Oh, it's probably just someone going up to use the bathroom," and we're like, "Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense." But they keep coming, like coming around. We keep hearing them walking around the tent. So the kid who was sitting near the entrance just kind of closes it and like steps away because like he's a little like freaked out. Like he's not trying to get snatched up by no bear. We're not allowed to see him get mauled right in front of us. So we're all chilling in the tent and we're all just like, oh, it's whatever. It'll probably go away. Even if it is like an animal, it's probably like a raccoon or something. And at one point, we hear like scratching against the walls and we're like, that's weird. That's because like most animals don't get that close. And if they do get that close, they just run away. So we're like, all right, what the hell is outside of our tent right now? And at one point, Ben just goes over and like bangs on the side and yells like to like shoo or something because I think he thinks it's an animal still. And we're all like, yeah, that makes sense. But I to this day, I think it was just a guy messing with us. But in that moment, it was actually terrifying. Like we genuinely thought that there was something outside of my tent trying to kill me real quick. So whatever. In that moment, we're just kind of like panicking. I didn't really know what to do, and Ben kind of just like I don't really know what he thought in that moment because like he decided to open up the tent flap and yell like, "Yeah, go away, whatever you are." Because like I still think he thought it was like an animal, which was a reasonable assumption at that point because like even if it was a person, like why are you still here? Like, what are you still doing outside of our tent? So whatever. At one point, Ben like starts to drift off to sleep, and at this point, I'm full on like it's a guy just messing with us, and I start like laughing because like it's kind of funny. Like even if it is like someone just kind of messing with us, like it's whatever. It is kind of funny because like Ben is kind of getting freaked out. The other guy is in our tent. Like the first guy was a little like on edge at first, but I think after Ben like yelled at them, he didn't really care anymore, and like the other guy was just kind of chilling. I think he was actually like falling asleep. It was kind of funny. And so I leaned back, like lay on my thing, and the way that I was angled was is if you know how TP tents work, they're kind of angled down into like a corner, and I was like right on the corner, so like I was sitting like right there. Like my face wasn't too far from the edge of the tent, and I'm just kind of like sleeping, chilling out, and like I'm joking like, "Yeah, don't worry, Ben. Like no one's outside. Like we can just relax for a little bit." And I don't really know how like thin these walls are for like the tent, not in terms of like noise, but like in terms of vision. Because right as I say, like, don't worry, no one's here, no one's coming to get us, I just see 4 inches from my face a hand press through the side of the tent, almost like about to hit my face. And they don't like clamp down; it's just like a grab, like an open palm. But in that moment, I literally thought that they were about to grab me through the tent, drag me, and then just like bring me to the woods for a slaughter real quick. And I was terrified. So in that moment, I just scream and I stand up and like, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of panicked a little bit. Like I was yelling, I was like, I only said a few no words in that moment, but like, what are you gonna do if it's like 10:30, it's like 11 o'clock at night, you're just vibing in the woods, and then suddenly a hand comes down right in front of your face from outside? Like you're also gonna scream a little bit. You're gonna get nervous. So whatever. I'm screaming. Ben's kind of like panicking now too, and then like I think also like the other two obviously are scared too, because like that's a Five Nights at Freddy's jump scare right there. That's what happened to us, and we're just all screaming real quick. And in that moment, we don't hear any laughs. Like if you prank someone like that, you would obviously laugh. But like there's no one laughing, which is the weirdest part to me. Cause like if you are going to this trouble to like pull a prank, like you're literally sitting there for like at least like 20 minutes. Like the final moment you're gonna laugh, but like no one laughed, which is probably what in my opinion was the creepiest part, was that no one like there was no words from outside the tent. It was only like banging and then like that hand grab. Like there was nothing else. So whatever, I'm screaming, everyone else is like panicking. It's really like not a vibe right now in the tent. And then like 5 minutes, like not even a minute later, like there's no more noise outside of our tent until someone like knocks on it a few minutes later just to check on us, because obviously like 4 teenage boys screaming at the top of their lungs in the middle of the woods is going to attract like some attention from the other campers. And they just check on us and we're like, "Hey, did you see anyone outside of our tent?" And they're like, "No, most people were like back in their tents. I think there was like a few adults going around, maybe like someone went to the bathroom." And I was like, I was like, "What?" Like no one is near us. Like who? I obviously it's not a ghost. Obviously, maybe El Chupacabra himself ran down from Mexico real quick to come like grab my face, but then decided, nah, actually he's pretty cute. I might leave it there for him. Who knows? I don't know. But yeah, I was just that. Yeah, I don't really have words for that story. Obviously, after that, like nothing ever happened again. But like me and Ben kept tenting in that thing for a while. It put in some good years actually. That tent was a vibe, and yeah, that was kind of the last time that we ever like that was really the only weirdest thing. I actually have another story from that exact camping trip. I have a good amount of stories from Boy Scouts. If you guys ever want to hear like more of them, maybe comment down below that. I don't know. That was a weird angle. Why did I get launched like that? Anyway, anyway, that's gonna do it for the video, guys. Hopefully you all enjoyed. If you made it this far into the video, comment wood. Yeah, comment wood. The last one was fence. Let's go with the aesthetic theme. We're gonna go with wood this time. Hopefully you all enjoyed. If you did, make sure to hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you're new. Turn on those notifications so you're notified every time that I make a new video. And with that, that's going to be all. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.